This is the story of Bill, a traveler from a planet of pure reason, looking for his identity. His world exists only of intellectual and material things. Relationships exist only for sheer profit and the pursuit of more power. The absolute key to surviving in this superficial society is to use or be used. Bill begins to dream, a daydream, or perhaps a nightmare, searching for the heartbeat of his identity.
The creation process was quite a difficult one because we were only two persons in charge of making the film. And of course we had support from the other classes, friends of ours.
When Baris came to me with the idea, I was convinced that this is going to be a great project, but we had to transform his text and his thoughts into pictures, so there were more certain challenges we had to overcome. Actual production wouldn't be that complicated, but there were some issues we had about the files and about importing it.
You're building equipment just to make it an interview, like just for today. It took us almost 2 hours just to build the equipment. Making films is basically having certain responsibilities that you need to fulfill because you're working in a teamwork and everyone has their own responsibility. So everything that has been written in the storyboard, and you have to calculate it and very well manage to the storyboard's concepts continuity.
What really surprised me was the technical aspect of making a movie, because there's so much behind it. It's like sound, lighting, cameras. To me it was a totally new experience, so I'm really delighted about how everything works. It's so many powers put together to one to create something new, to realize an idea. It was really moving almost to see my work, my imagination from my heart being realized in such a way. It was beautiful.
One of the greatest experiences in this project was from our challenge was voiceover, to make the narration in this film. It's quite a difficult task to achieve. You need certain theatrical emotions to make an interpretation with your own voice and to match it with the picture. Somehow combine it with the music together and bring inside a kind of a Sturm und Drang emotions in it. Bill represents the isolated individual of modern society. His actions are mechanical and emotionless.
He wakes up in this other dimension, not knowing what brought him there. He has no control over what is happening to him in this new dimension. He's constantly being called back to his old world, but there is no way to return. Bill was faced with life and death and felt a loneliness that urged him to disconnect from his virtual reality. Through his dreams, connecting with the creatures and the people he encountered, Bill realizes the value of living life and who he really is. Bill lets go of his dream world. He decides to reconnect with the spirit of his childhood and innocence that he had completely lost and forgotten. Most important of all, he finds the joy of love. He not only has transformed himself, but also has transformed his planet. Bill's journey ends with liberation. He is now free, and so is the world around him.